one good night. Can you refuse to blow the breath analyzer? Is 2 beers the max that I can drink? Is really
One and sub 2, which are the interpretation, involuntary intoxication.
yeah. Very drunk until they're like insane. I don't know what does it really mean by insane. The punishment part, I think we missed that.
Punishment.
Hi, welcome back to Law Unfiltered. Now, as it is stated in the title of this podcast episode, the world's most famous words after a fun good night is I can drive. I'm not drunk. Don't worry.
Yes.
And those words are going to cause a criminal charge and then potentially, most likely, imprisonment together with a very expensive fine. And today we are going to talk about top 10 things that you should know about drinking and driving or taking drugs and driving. Together with a special guest, Mr. Gan
Hello,
Xian Yang,
everyone.
right? Am I pronouncing your name
Yes.
correctly? Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
My name is Gan Shen Yang. I'm a practicing lawyer with a special interest in criminal defense.
Okay,
Yeah, we
let's
couldn't
go straight down to the first thing that everybody should know. If you're drinking and driving, or if you are drinking with the influence of drugs, all these things are actually governed under a statute which is called the Road Transport Act, just for your information. And not only does it comprises drinking alcohol, but it also includes drugs. But drugs, not just obviously not illegal drugs, you cannot do that, right? But also like what if like medicines, right? Like causes you drowsiness, causes you sleepiness.
Yes.
It impairs your capability of driving. Then potentially that could also be included as well under the Road Transport Act. Now let's go to this one is very basic lah, right? That's the second thing that you should know about when it comes to like drunk driving. Okay, now we talk about drunk driving. 2 beers, is 2 beers the max that I can drink? Is really not the way to measure lah. Okay,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because in order to measure whether or not you are drunk, in the eyes of the law, you need either a breath test,
Yeah.
which is 22 microgram. is it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And for blood, you need
50, I think. Yeah.
And for urine, you need 67.
Yeah.
So that is the way to measure whether or not you are drunk or
yeah.
not. It's not just having, I can drink
Yeah.
10, 2.
No, but the
no.
most people like to ask is like, if I drink 2 beers, would it hit 22 micrograms?
This one, it depends on your metabolism lah, and also you are having GERD, acid reflux and so on. It could actually affect the reading. I'm not a doctor, but technically can lah,
Yeah.
because you are actually regurgitating.
Also your age, right?
Yeah,
Your age,
the age and
whether
all
you
this.
ate, how much you drank.
Yeah,
Actually, alcohol itself is also the types of alcohol that you drink also
correct.
can
The
cause the
concentration,
differences. Yeah. So really, there is there's no straight answer to this.
Correct.
I don't know how to explain it any further. So if you guys wanna drink, then just drink 1 sip lah, or don't drink lah. Just take
Don't drink.
Grab.
Yeah, take a grab. Huh?
You want to pay $30 Grab, or you want to pay 30,000 fine?
Yeah.
Guys, this is a very, very, very financial financial
Yeah,
question.
that doesn't make economic sense.
Yes,
lah, for
correct.
you to-
Exactly.
yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now, another thing that you should know about drinking and driving is the best case scenario here would be actually no, sorry. The best case scenario is that you don't hit anyone and don't drink and drive. The second best scenario is you get caught at the police roadblock. I think that's the in these circumstances. I would think that is the second best thing that can happen to you lah.
Yeah.
Right. So now let's talk about this roadblocks.
Roadblocks, yeah. So first thing first, if you see a roadblock, definitely they are going to ask you to blow the breath analyzer. the portable one lah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to ask you to blow it. So this one is governed under section 45B. Okay. So previously, we all discussed about all these preliminary breath tests. We regard this as a preliminary breath test. But now, no more, right? The case of Kanan.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
latest decision of Court of Appeal.
Yeah.
So the Court of Appeal actually ruled that even that so-called preliminary test beside the road could actually convict a person. So now it's no longer like you have to go back to the police station and just blow into the big machine for 2 times, you know.
No need already.
No need, yeah.
Yep.
So it opens up a lot of possibilities.
A lot. Oh. Scary, man. Scary, guys.
So be careful lah. Just take a Grab or maybe ask your friend to drive you back.
Yeah.
Provided the friend is not drinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then also, right, but now when you talk about 45A,
Yeah.
another thing that you should know about driving under influence, even though the word says driving, right?
Yeah.
But 45A actually includes if a person attempts to drive or is in charge of a motor vehicle. So let's just say if you are being a good boy or a good girl, you drove, but then you are pretty drunk already. Then you decided, you know what, I'm going to rest in my car until I'm sober enough. You can do that. But what are the ways that would prevent the police to come and say like, mana saya tahu, mungkin you nak drive. Tak boleh macam ini.
Possible, you know, because
Yeah.
so long as you have the intention or you are just sitting at the driver's seat, windows rolled down, you know, you have the key in your hand, there are nobody around you. So it actually gives you these circumstances whereby you are trying to drive the vehicle. You are the only so-called person in control of the vehicle.
Yeah.
So you are caught under this lah.
But what if the person already snoring already?
They can actually bring you back lah, detain you, right? When you are sober, they ask you up, hey, come do a breath test. So you can still be caught, you know. So the best way is that I said, don't drive. If you know you're drinking, just take a cab lah, come on.
Sometimes, just now we spoke about the breath analyzer case, like, you know, preliminary, you just need to do it at the roadblock itself. Now, there are actually certain things that some is different, you know, like for example, because what we talk about just now, the preliminary is for under section 45B. It's like when there is a roadblock and then the police ask you to stop your car because the fella probably already smelled all this alcohol from you. Actually, side note a bit, I'm actually quite curious because my friend who was sober said that I really did smell like alcohol, even I only had like half a glass, like a whiskey glass, right? I only have half a glass of beer. And I drank really slowly. And I was eating Hai Di Lao at the time when I was drinking. You know, you can imagine, right? The smell of the mala is so strong.
Yeah.
But when I drank the half a glass of beer, my sober friend said, still can smell alcohol from me when I'm talking.
That's why, like we said earlier, it all depends on your own metabolic rate.
Yeah.
Probably you digest alcohol differently. You do
Yeah.
not know, right?
Yeah.
And that could affect the reading.
Right.
Huh?
And that is how, right, police actually have reasonable suspicion whether you drank or not
Correct.
at the roadblock because they can smell it. So I don't know how to not have that lah. Can you imagine? I'm already eating mala soup and it's still there. The smell, I really don't know what to say. So when they have this sort of reasonable suspicion, they will ask you to stop your car. That is 45B. Now we go to 45C. If there is an investigation and they want to take the breath test from you. Usually this one, they will do it at the police station. They can do breath test, they can do urine, they can do drugs. What again? Blood.
Blood test, yeah.
But blood and urine, they cannot do at police station lah.
Yeah.
They have to do it at the hospital unless there is one exception which I cannot recall right now, but I will put it on the screen. Okay. Anyways, now there is certain requirements that has to be satisfied, right, by
Yes.
45C.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we go to the BBU rules.
Yeah, that rule.
Breath, blood, and urine.
Yeah.
1995. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can read lah. Huh? Rule
Yeah,
number
yeah. There
4.
are certain things that you have to require
Yes.
to satisfy before you do that.
Yes, rule number 4, okay?
Yeah.
So, technically speaking, there are actually 5 points lah. So, me say that the police officer has to be trained. They have a certificate of competence.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That is for them to use the breath analyzer. And they need to observe you 20 minutes. You cannot take any food, drink, okay, mouth spray, you know. And
Need to make sure you didn't tamper with anything.
yeah, correct. And
Yeah.
also, no person shall undergo this breath test 5 minutes. Lah. They need to prevent them from smoking. Smoking.
Yeah.
Then after that, they need to change the mouthpiece as well.
Yeah. But the mouthpiece is before, right? Before you
Yes,
do the
yes, they need
breath
to
test.
change the
Yeah.
mouthpiece. Lah.
Yeah.
So these are some of the rules lah, to follow by the
Yeah.
police officer.
Yeah, and I think these rules are actually exceptionally important, especially in a most recent case, because 45C you have to give the test like twice, so you have to do it twice. And in this case, right, the police officer took the first breath test
Okay.
and then changed the mouthpiece, and then asked him to do it again, without even telling him about Rule 4. Giving him the, to let him know about these particular rules that they have to comply with lah. So even though this person, right, was really drunk, he really drunk, but he got away because of procedural non-compliance, which has severely prejudiced him towards a fair trial, because you cannot be sure already what is exactly is the reading, right, because the mouthpiece was tampered with.
Exactly.
So actually the judge kind of said, like, you are lucky this time because of a procedural defect.
Correct.
You may not be so lucky next time.
So
That's-
one thing I would like to add
Yeah.
to this is that you look at 45B. It actually requires police in uniform.
They are always in uniform. What?
Yeah, if they are not,
Then I'm not going to
So-
do it. Lah.
yeah. So
Bring
the
me back to
procedural-
police station then.
So now 45B, like we said lah, the preliminary test, it requires the police to be in uniform.
Another thing, I lost count on number what we are at right now. But okay. I think this is number 6 lah. Okay. Can you refuse to blow the breath analyzer?
The answer is no. 45B sub 4, 45C sub 6.
Yeah.
2 sections.
Yeah.
If you refuse, then you still get penalized lah.
You still go to go to like the jail for I don't know how long.
Correct.
1 day, 1 or 2
you
days.
can
They
refer
can
to the-
retain you lah.
And recently, I actually filed a. Should I say this?
What?
I actually filed a application under Section 30 of the Course of Judicature Act
Oh,
at the Magistrates Court.
for what?
Yeah, it was a case of 45C6 refusal.
Oh,
So when we read 45G sub 1 and sub 2, which are the interpretations, and in my humble opinion,
well, there's a.
yeah, 45G sub 2,
He's ready here.
it says that a person does not provide a specimen of breath for breath test or analysis unless the specimen is sufficient to enable the test or the analysis to be carried out and provided in such a way as to enable the objective of the test or analysis to be satisfactorily achieved. So that is what 45G2 says. So I was contending that if this person didn't blow it nicely, okay, and okay, they could regard you as failed. You failed to actually complete the test. Okay, so this is actually, in my opinion, it's a presumption. You're presuming that, okay, what if I tried 4 times and I failed all?
Yeah, it's not my fault that
The machine might have issues and all these. Correct.
Yeah, you just reminded me.
Correct.
It has to be properly calibrated.
Correct. The searing thing. Right? So this 45G2, I contended lah, but the learned magistrate ruled that there is no constitutional issue here. So my application was dismissed lah, basically.
Oh,
Yeah. So we respect the decision. No sub judice, respect decision,
Yeah.
and we are not appealing against that.
so what now if I unintentionally just couldn't do it?
So
Some people cannot.
yeah, they really cannot.
Next thing you should know about drinking and driving. Just
Yeah.
now we were talking about if you're gonna roadblock only. That's why we say that's the second best thing that can happen to you if you are very drunk. If you are very drunk and then you drive, or you are so high with drugs and you
Yeah.
drive, and then you take someone's life during the journey of driving.
Yeah.
Now that is a very serious part that we're going in right now.
Right.
So
44, section 44. So, and nowadays, there's this trend of charging someone under 302.
correct.
We need to say that whenever there's death in these road traffic accidents, I mean, especially in those viral punya case, they will just push for 302 lah.
Yeah, the public will want to push for
Public will want to
302.
lah. Okay, so for 302, in order for it to stand, we should look at 300.
Yeah.
Section 300.
Yeah.
So what is so-called murder lah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess, my wild guess, the most suitable one would be the D lah. The D. Meaning to say that whether or not it is so imminent, and in all possible ways, you do this and you're going to kill someone. Right.
Yeah.
And I guess the best illustration here, and also in the penal code lah, not something I make up.
Yeah.
So is that if you fire a cannon at a crowd.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the illustration. So I'm not too sure whether or not it would actually succeed in the in prosecuting someone, in
Yeah.
charging someone and getting them convicted. But there are also possibilities and alternatives under section 304 and 304A. 304A talks about rash or maybe negligent act.
To be honest, I find it very interesting at the time when they came up with the news, right? They say that they potentially want to charge. Especially, it started, I think, with the Klang one. The Klang, the person was drunk and also was under intoxicated with drugs, and then he was driving at the opposite lane, and then he hit the motorcyclist.
Yeah.
That one. I think it started with that, if I'm not mistaken. And then after that, then there is even more and more like drunk driving cases coming out. So and then they started saying that they want to want the DPP to charge him under section 302
Yeah.
of the penal code, which is for murder. And I find it very interesting because I don't understand how they managed to push for that. Because if you want to say that this person has committed a crime of a murder, like I have talked about this before in the other podcast episode, you need to have to satisfy the element of intention. There is an intention that I want to kill this particular person. You know, not randomly I drive and then I hit someone. Like I didn't mean to cause death. Of course, when you drink and drive, and especially when you're under drugs, when you drive, you already know potentially you are going to cause death to somebody, potentially, right?
Yeah.
But does it mean that he had the intention to murder somebody, and especially that particular person, because that is how specific murder cases has to be established. And in fact, right, I was reading another article, and then I came across this thing that they said that if you are drunk or you are under drugs, but somebody accidentally spiked, I wouldn't say accidentally lah. Okay, if somebody want to spike your drink, it's pretty intentional. they spike your drinks. Okay,
Yeah.
some third party at the club and then spike their drinks, and then after that you become very high on drugs already. Then and then you cause harm to somebody or you cause death to somebody. Actually, right, you have a defense to that, because you didn't purposely, want to get yourself drunk. You just want to go outside, have fun. Maybe you didn't even have a drink at all, and then somebody slipped some drug in your non-alcoholic drink. How about that?
Involuntary intoxication.
Yes.
So it's a pretty good defense lah, I would
yeah,
say.
yeah,
But you need to, the burden is on you to prove.
yeah.
And you only need to prove on the balance
Very
probability.
hard lah,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say.
So, but I guess from what you said, I guess the more appropriate section, in my humble opinion, is 304A. Because 304A doesn't require knowledge or intention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would
Easier to prove.
Easier to prove lah.
Right.
But just our humble opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And interestingly, there is also another defense that they can go on with. They are so drunk, right, to the point that insane already.
Insane, yeah, insanity.
I don't know how one person become very drunk until they are like insane. I don't know what does it really mean by insane here.
Yeah.
In under the penal code, what is the definition by insanity in that particular section?
But you definitely need to be proven by a certified medical officer.
Yeah, correct, certified.
And you need to go through a series of tests before they could certify you as insane.
Yeah, but it has to be at the time, at the time when you committed a crime. Like, for example, just now I saw this case, right? The guy say he very drunk already at the time where he sexually assaulted a young girl.
Okay.
Under the age of 18. So he was charged under the Sexual Offences Against Children Act. And then he said he was so drunk that he was insane. He don't know what he was doing.
Okay.
And then but he didn't call expert opinion. He didn't establish that at the time when this offense was being committed, he was really so drunk to the point that he have no idea what the hell he's doing, or he was insane. So the defense failed. Well, let's talk about the punishment part. I think we missed that.
Punishment part, I guess, is best that we refer to the statute to be safe.
To be
To be safe. Because
I have it right here.
we are just highlighting the statute-based punishments. Okay, so in practically it can be lower.
Between it's usually in between.
Can be lower. So 41. Here, first 5 to 10 years imprisonment, 20 to 50,000 of fine. Subsequent 10 to 15 years, 50 to 100,000 fine.
But that is for causing death because of dangerous driving. Now then we have
These are
reckless and dangerous driving.
Yeah. So this one would be first imprisonment up to 5 years plus fine, subsequent up to 10 years. So when there is a ceiling to fix, so they could actually give you 1 day.
They can give you 1 day to.
But imprisonment is mandatory for 42. 43, careless or inconsiderate driving, no mandatory imprisonment, probably just fine. Okay, this one is very serious, which is
causing death.
Under DUI, driving under influence. First 10 to 15 years plus 50 to 100k of fine. Subsequent 15 to 20 years, fine 100 to 150,000.
Just pay Grab, guys.
Yeah, and this one is causing death. 44 1A is causing injury. So injury 7 to 10 years lah.
Yeah.
And also 30 to 50,000 fine. So mandatory imprisonment as well. So just now we talk about if you sit in the car drunk, you're not driving,
but you're sleeping.
You're sleeping in the car lah.
Yeah.
Okay, you are in control of the vehicle or something. Okay, unfit. So section 45. No mandatory imprisonment. There is a fine lah. Just pay a fine, 1 to 5,000. It's still more expensive than your Grab, right?
Yes.
So next would be 45A.
Even cheaper than going for motel.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I just recalled. So our Ministry of Transport said that he wants to amend the law, right, to make it more
harsher lah. To me, because practically lah, most of the cases, for example, drink driving and all this lah, 1 day imprisonment. So 1 day, what does it mean?
So maybe it's not that our law is insufficient, but that maybe currently the trend for punishment at the court is not so severe yet.
Yeah.
But they also want to increase the punishment by having the perpetrator to pay compensation to the estate or the family of the injured person.
I think that definitely could actually prevent or deter someone from doing so, especially when thinking of their pockets. But what if that person doesn't have the ability? Worst case scenario, he goes
become
bankrupt.
paper judgment.
Paper judgment, he goes bankrupt.
Anyways, I think we've reached the end of today's episode.
Yep.
I really enjoyed our conversation.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
Oh, right. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
bye.